Hey there everyone, what's up? This is Kurt Singh back with a Great League Battle video. I was scrolling through YouTube and I think that it was Purple Kyogre that made this video. Saw Greninja and it says sweeper or closer or something like that, and it was like, must try this. Greninja still sweeps whole teams. So I just looked at it long enough to get the lineup. I was like, oh, I've got all of those, I've used them all, I like them all, I'll give it a try. And so I just quickly went in, put a team together, went 4-1 with it, and I was kind of wondering why my Hydro Cannon was taking so long to load. And then editing this, I just realized that I had picked the wrong Greninja, and I'm using one that is 12, 15, 15 for stats for one, and then also has Hydro Pump. So still went 4-1 with it. So I highly recommend, if you guys can make these Pokemon, or if you have these Pokemon, definitely make this team and give it a try and see how you do. Even with the Hydro Pump mistake, did really well. And so let's jump right into the battles here. I've got my Clogswire against Azumarill, and I'm gonna go for a Sludge Bomb there. They do shield that up, and Clogswire is so tanky that it can take Surfs from Lantern, it can take a couple moves from Azumarill, stuff like that. You can definitely use it as kind of an extra shield. So they farm me down there. I have got both shields and a Pokemon. I was talking, I'm not sure which one they had there. So here I think that I want to respect the Play Rough. I do, okay. So shield that up. And I do get to Foul Play, but they switch into Tropius. Nice catch by my opponent there. So that lands, and now I'm kind of in a bit of a tough spot because I have no more shields and Leaf Blade is gonna just decimate Greninja, right? So they send Leaf Blade in, and I'm not 100% sure, probably should have farmed up and gone for that return. Probably would have KO'd there. Got 2 more claws. Game was winnable, I think, if I had done that. I'm not 100% sure how much return would have done, but typically it's going to do more damage, right? Unless they resist that move. So here I am able to get to Night Slash, take them out, and then they bubble me down, and I'm not quite able to reach a move, and they're able to take me out. So first game I did lose, as you can see here, and then I won in the next 4. So we'll jump right into the next match here. Clefable lead, so that's a really good lead for me. They switch into Baratic, and so I'm not 100% sure what to throw there. I wanted to save the move though because they have the Clefable, so I wanted to make sure that I keep that alive. Switch out, and I felt like they had a fairy move. I wasn't sure which one it was, and so shield, and I'm glad I did. It was Play Rough. So I get to a Foul Play here, throw that. They do shield that back. Get to another move here, and at this point I do want to shield again. It's just a liquidation. My defense drops, and just as I get to a Foul Play, they get to another liquidation. So a little bit bad timing on my part there. I do manage to just live. I was like, oh, I figured that it was over at that point. I was like, oh man, this is horrible. Live on 1 sliver of a health there, and in the back they've got a Nidoking. And this actually was the first time that I was like, wait a second, why is it taking so long to get to Hydro Cannon? Never did I even look to see what move I was running. I was just like, yeah, there's my Greninja, click. And so I do go for the Night Slash there, and then get the shield, so I switch into Clogswire, and I go for the Earthquake. Nice little combo play. Super effective, takes them out, and then they just concede. So good game to my opponent there. Yeah, even after in that match when I was like, why is it taking so long? I never thought to look at what it was. I was just using it. So here, Skarmory, a little bit tricky. Now I could have Stone Edge, and I think maybe they thought that, so they switched out. So I still go for the Earthquake, do as much damage. I feel like they might not shield, and they do let it go through, so that's awesome. Get a big chunk of damage right away. Switch into my Sableye to catch this potential Body Slam or Aqua Tail. It is the Aqua Tail, so that's good. I should be able to just farm them down. So now I have loaded energy if their Skarmory comes back in. And I tried to go for the foul play right away, but they throw. So I think at this point, I'm gonna just let this go. And then I can come in with Greninja here. And if I had Hydro Cannon, I was like, why isn't it loading as fast? So anyways, they throw another Sky Attack, and I'm at double Night Slash, and they bring in Skeldritch, I think that was. So I go for the first Night Slash. They let that go through, and I don't get a boost, but they're just farming up. Like, I thought for sure they would have thrown there. So I throw another Night Slash, and they let that go through too. They bring Skarmory back in, and I have 2 more Night Slashes. I'm hoping for a boost here. Throw that, they do shield it, and then I think I farm up to the Hydro Cannon. Nope, Hydro Pump. But I don't, I just go straight Night Slash. Still looking for a boost, they do shield that again. And then I switch into my Clodsire. Want them to throw energy if they're gonna throw it. Now that I don't have a shield. And I throw the Earthquake, and that actually did a decent chunk of damage. So they're gonna throw here. I think I want to just let this go through because I do have that Night Slash saved still. And that doesn't actually take me out, so I'm able to reach Sludge Bomb. I'm gonna throw that, and that takes out the Skarmory. So good game from my opponent. Clodsire into Dragonite into the next match here. And oh, I was gonna say real quick, I reached Ace finally. I've been very, very slow on my battles this go around, but I did reach Ace. Promptly fell right below 2000. This set here climbed me back up above 2000, so I look forward to grinding out now. I really would like to get to Veteran again. Reached it last year, or last season for the first time, and I look forward to getting back there. So I'm going to be doing my best to keep doing as many sets as I can, and really grinding up there, trying to get to Veteran. So throw the return, it lands, gets them into the yellow, and they throw a Power Whip. I let that go through, get to the foul play, gonna throw that, and this probably gets their shield. At this point in the game, no, they decided to let that go still. So they are able to lick me down. What do I come in with here? I think I come in with Clodsire, and I feel like this is just a Body Slam, so I'm gonna let it go. It's just the Body Slam, and we simultaneously switch, and I bring in my Greninja, obviously. Have to shield, either Focus Blast or Zap Cannon, I'm certain would one-shot. So they do throw the Focus Blast, so that's nice. So I have like 3 Night Slashes, so I'm gonna throw the first one. Again, hoping for a boost. Gets the shield, and then I'm like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go for Hydro Cannon. Should do a decent chunk. It's Hydro Pump to the shield. They don't shield. Takes out the Registeel. Water Shuriken down the Dragonite. And then water, oh, I get to a Night Slash against the Lickitung. And they let that, no, they shield that and throw a move, so it was CMP. And so I shield this, Body Slam. 1 more Water Shuriken, and Greninja actually took out the whole team. So, swept the whole team. Okay, so Superior into Clodsire. Gonna go for a Sludge Bomb here. I feel like this is gonna be Frenzy Plant. It's kind of neutral, but it still hits really hard, so I do put up that first shield. They bring in a Stunfisk. Go for the Earthquake here, and they shield that up. And this is where having the proper move of Hydro Cannon would have really helped me, because I wasn't getting, obviously, to the Hydro Pumps, right? I let the Earthquake go through. I thought for sure they were going to bait, and then I didn't even throw a Night Slash. I was trying to get to that water move, and I was like, why can't I get there? And now I'm like, okay, I'm in a tough spot now. How am I gonna get rid of this thing? And I decide to no shield. And they throw another Earthquake. So I'm like, oh man, this is just getting worse and worse and worse here. So I go for the foul play, and they catch on the Superior. So now I'm able to get to another foul play before they throw, so that's a bonus for me. And they let that go through too. They're saving their shields. What do they have in the back? Tapping away there, they've got a Alolan Marowak. So I bring in the Cloggspire, and I'm like, you know what? Even if there's a Shadow Bone, I'm letting it go. I have to save the shields, or the one shield. It is Shadow Bone, does a decent chunk. I get to an Earthquake here, and they let that go, and it nearly one-shots them. So they bring in their Stunfisk, send the Earthquake, they shield that up, and now I feel like this is just a Rock Slide, and I do shield it, and I don't quite get to another move, but this should just be a Rock Slide, and I don't think it takes me out actually. It doesn't quite take me out. I'm able to reach the Earthquake, and this should take, well, it will take out the Stunfisk. And I switch right away and Shadow Claw down the Marowak. Good game to my opponent, very, very close. Again, had I had the right move, or the right, actually just the right ninja, I would have probably won that much easier. Anyways, a lot of fun. It's a really fun team. I have switched to Greninjas. I'm gonna play it again, see how I do. Highly recommend it. It does really good. Obviously it's got weaknesses and stuff like that, but overall I think it was a really strong pick. And do check out his video as well. If I didn't actually watch how he uses it, so he might have different moves. But let me know in the comments if you guys are doing good this season and how it's going. See you guys all in the next video. Thanks for watching.